everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. In today's video, I thought we would check out all the cool little apps within the Maker Lab in Maker's World. So we've all probably seen the Vase Maker, and I really think that that's the go-to to make any vase that you're going to do for 3D printing. That's really the place to go for it because it makes it really easy and you can get some really cool designs. So I saw some other apps or pieces of software within the Maker Lab that look kind of cool as well. So I thought in today's video we would go over some of these other ones and see if they're the go-to app for creating whatever it is that they have in there. Now I haven't studied these a whole lot. I've kind of glanced over it and everything, and I thought it would just be a good video to kind of see what the reaction is to some of these, play around with them without reading the directions, which is normally what we do on this channel, and to see if there's anything that is another go-to app within there similar to the Vase Maker. So that's what we'll be doing in today's video. So if all that sounds good, then sit back and relax and I'll get everything ready. All right, so here we are on Maker World's website right here, and right up here we'll see this tab for Maker Lab. So we'll see that there's all kinds of these modeling tools and cool little things in here that we can mess with. The first one that I saw on here was this Make My Vase little app right here, and it looks like now they have a Make My Sign, image to keychain, desk organizer, parametric model maker, which that looks kind of cool for like logos and stuff, and then a pixel puzzle maker. So the first one that we'll start with is the one that we've used before. Let's go ahead and go in here and we'll see what's new. Professional draw mode, spiral base mode, filament preview. Oh, that's nice. And then improved experience on scale vase. All right, so let's see what that's all about. As you can see, I've done some of this before. Let's go ahead and create a new project. And there's the start of our vase. So what's really cool about this is you have all these different options over here that you can use. So let's just do, a simple wave option here. We'll make it smooth, decrease the quantities. Maybe decrease the amplitude a little bit. Yeah, look at that, looks pretty cool. Let's put a little twist on it. That makes it look cool. You can do some cool, surface effects. And then you can do the spiral vase as a special printing mode. By using spiral vase mode, the quality of the model surface can be greatly improved. So we'll go ahead and use the spiral vase mode. Then adjust the height, select the center of the circle and drag it up or down to adjust the height, and then adjust the width by doing the same thing. So you can take any of these little circles here and you can kind of adjust the shape of the vase. And this is why I say this is like the go-to for making vases, because it has all of these options are fairly easy. So you can see I maybe want this mouth a little bit wider, a little bit further down. Maybe this one we want a little bit thinner. And you can really, play with all of the little intricacies of this and make some really cool custom vases very, very easily. As you can see, I selected a couple things on here. Selected my height, which we're at 83 millimeters, which is a little over 3 inches, which seems a little bit big. But I do think there's a scale. Yeah, so you can scale the vase down very easily. You can make it, kind of large like this, but look, it's 145 by 180. So let's scale that down, almost by half. And that's pretty cool. So that was one of the things that it said was new, was an easier way to scale it. So that works pretty cool. Now this entire thing is 81 millimeters across and we're only 100 millimeters tall. That's still, decent sized vase, but we'll work with that. So let's go ahead and download the file for this. Include customizable file in 3MF, including SVG. You can download the 3MF or you can just download the STL. It's just as easy to download the STL. So let me go ahead and open this up in Bamboo Studio. All right, here we are in Bamboo Studio, and you'll see we have our cool little vase there. A couple things that we need to do. I'll say the silk filaments are really, really cool to print with these vases, or print these vases with. I haven't tried the metal yet, and that's one that I want to try today. So we'll see what this turns out like. But definitely the silk and the multicolored silk filaments so far I have seen have been the best ones there. Now, since we downloaded this and selected that vase mode or whatever, we do need to come over here to others. And then we need to select spiral vase, and it'll say it wants to change some settings for us. We're going to hit yes on that. We'll see that in strength it set everything up for us in there, so we don't need to mess with any of that stuff. So let's go ahead and slice it. We'll do it on one of the cool prismatic plates. So let's go ahead and slice the plate again. It's still 43 minutes. So we'll go ahead and get that printed out, and I'll see you when it gets done. All right, so as you can see, we printed this out and it turned out really, really cool. And like I'm saying, if you want to 3D print a vase really quick and really easy, this is the go-to tool. Came out really cool, the prismatic on the bottom, printed out in vase mode, and it only took about 43 minutes, which isn't bad at all. So now that we've checked out this mode, let's go ahead and check out the sign mode and see what we can do with that. All right, here we are back in Maker Lab. So let's go ahead and check out the Make My Sign one here and see what that one's all about. So we'll go ahead and get started. And we can either hit New Project here or Create from Blanks. Let's just go ahead and do that. And right away, what's cool is we can see there's all kinds of different little signs. So that is really cool. And this may be the go-to for some of these. So dog collar, that one's really cool. This danger one's pretty cool. Maybe we'll make something out of that one. There's a little printer looking thing there, the X1C. And then a little phone looking one there. So pretty cool. Right off the bat, without seeing this. Oh yeah. So if you click on the things that you might need, it shows you, where you can print these things. So it looks like you can make a sign that fits right inside of there. So that's pretty cool. You can print the little things that you might need for these as well. Let's make a little funny danger sign here. And then, you just click on it. It's pretty self-explanatory here. Danger, failed prints ahead. Right, that's generally a danger with my prints. All right, so it does have some little guidelines and everything there. And then you can center or left justify. That's pretty cool. So we'll take this and center it again. Center it again. All right, so that looks pretty cool. And that would be 3 colors that we would need for that print. And then what does it say? 3D. Okay, interesting. I guess you can take a 3D view of it. So that's pretty interesting. Can you change like the thickness or anything? Yeah, here we go. Thickness. Base plate 1 millimeter. Text and sticker 0.6 and 0.4 for SVG and shapes. Yes, if you wanted to make it a little bit thicker or something like that for the different things that you're doing, you could definitely do that. And you can change the things that are inside of the circle. And I guess we could even change the little background here too if we wanted. Yeah. We'll leave it white. We'll leave it just like this. You can even do face down mode. So that this is the go-to sign making thing. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do in here. I'm barely scratching the surface. So if doing this face down, we can either have the prismatic effect or the PEI textured plate as the texture on here, which really makes these signs look cool. So we'll do face down modes. That's pretty cool. And like I told you guys before, I'm kind of looking at this at the same time everybody else is here. So let's go ahead and download this and get it loaded into Bamboo Studio, and I'll see you when it gets done. All right, here we are back in Bamboo Studio. I did download this as a 3MF. When I downloaded it as an STL, it was way bigger than the plate and the text was all off kilter or whatever. So it was super weird with that. So I have the right filaments loaded in here, and you'll see that if we go below that, we will see the sign there. It does look pretty weird. We'll see what happens from here, but this is the face down version of it. So let's go ahead and see how long it's going to take to print it. And looks like almost 2 hours to print the sign, but that's not too bad. But we'll see in the print view, it does look like it should. So it does look a little bit weird when you download it, and it looked weird with the STL file. So do the 3MF and then set up your filaments and everything and get that done. So I'll go ahead and get this printed, and I'll see you guys in 1 hour and 45 minutes. All right, so here we are, and here you can see the sign that printed. Super cool. Really, really thin. I would recommend, if you are doing this, to make it thicker than 1mm. But that's pretty cool. And I think there's a lot that you could do with that little sign maker. So I'm super impressed with that. And that's going to be another go-to tool like the Vase maker. So let's dive back into Maker Lab and see what else that we can play with. All right. So here we are back in Maker Lab. And let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of these other ones that they have here. These two were really, really good. The trick on this one is to download the 3MF, though. That is the trick that I found, at least for the one sign that I did there. Let's go ahead and take a look at this desk organizer. So let's go ahead and get started with that. It looks like there's new stuff with that. New user guide, semicircular bounding box, individual adjustment. I don't know what any of this is. Let's take a look at what this is. So we'll start with the new project. Change the area to the X1. And with this one, I think we have, basic shapes. So you can make circles or hexagons or just lines or arcs or triangles. So when I put a circle in here, you can see the 3D preview right there that it's making like a cylinder. So if I wanted to make like a pen holder or something like that, right, you could do that. And you can change the wall thickness of the thing that you have, how tall it is, everything like that. So there's basic patterns. Then I think there's special ones, right? Yeah, outer circle, inner square, outer square, inner circle, rectangle with rounded interior. So there's also these other special shapes that you can do. And again, you can look at them up there and, add a bunch of stuff in here, different triangles and everything. We're not going to print this one out, but I'll show you kind of what you can do there. And then I think you can draw like around it. Yeah. So you could draw from like right here to right here and connect it. Or something like that. And then you can see in the preview that it kind of built a wall around that, and you can put a floor in it or whatever like that. So this is kind of cool because again, doing all of this in like in Fusion or in a CAD or something like that would be really, really hard to do. And you can kind of just draw this in 2D and kind of look at what it's going to look like on your printer from there and put it in there. And yeah, here's the bottom. So you can change the bottom and do whatever with the bottom of it there. So that's really, really cool. This has a lot of different things that you can do with it. A lot of different ideas, like the hexagon stuff. You can make a lot of different hexagons. It looks like on the front of this here, that looks really, really cool for your desk organizer. So that's the desk organizer one, and that one looks pretty handy as well. If you're looking to make some sort of desk organizer, go in there and use that one to do that. So next, let's look at image to keychain, and let's look at what that one looks like. And again, the one thing that I'll say about this is if you haven't really been looking at Maker Lab, and I haven't, they're doing a ton of stuff in here. And look, it's all, being improved on. They're releasing updates and everything. And a lot of these things look really, really cool. So let's create from blank. Make your keychain by uploading an image, but they have a lot of these little images that you can already use. Not a lot, but a few. Let's make the little cat one here. I guess you just click on it. Okay. The processed image will contain up to 12 colors. Select the colors to match your filaments and remove the others. Wow. That's crazy. Let's take a look at another one. I guess we'll start from scratch again. How many colors does this one have? 4 colors. I don't think I have those colors, but that's super interesting. So now you can look at the plate and thickness, 1.5 millimeters. So you can change the thickness. You can do face down mode like we did with the sign that we just printed out, image thickness, everything. So this looks pretty cool too, and makes the little hole right there. And again, doing all of this in Fusion or another 3D CAD software would be kind of difficult. And once you've done these little things, you can just delete them from here if you don't want those anymore. But let's try one more in there and look at this little person here and see there. So there's 4 colors. We actually have these 4 colors in the printer right now. So let's go ahead and try to do this one. So let's see, plate and thickness. Let's do the face down mode. Image thickness 2 millimeters. We'll leave everything as it is there. And we'll go ahead and download this. And let's do the 3MF since that worked better on the little sign. And I'll open it up in Bamboo Studio and I'll see you there. All right, so here we are in Bamboo Studio. And I did have to take a little bit of time and go through here and change the colors since I didn't have the right order. But this did turn out really, really cool. So I'm interested to see what this will turn out like as a 4-color print. So let's go ahead and slice it and take a look at this. 1 hour and 32 minutes. That's not bad at all. This is a really, really cool one as well. I can't wait to see what this one does, and I'll see you when it gets done. All right, so here we are with it printed out. The only weird thing, I'm not sure it's supposed to be empty there, but it printed out empty there. But for the first one, that turned out pretty cool. And this pretty good size keychain here, and with being able to print face down, it did put a really cool effect on there. So pretty cool. It should be easy enough to find some SVGs that you can put in there. I didn't have to do much setup from there, other than just selecting the colors and going through that in Bamboo Studio. So super easy to do. This is another kind of go-to if you want to make keychains. And this is another go-to. If you want to make keychains, this seems to be an easy way to do keychains. So definitely would recommend spending some time and taking a look at this. So let's jump back in Maker Lab and see what else that we have. All right, so here we are back in Maker Lab, and we have two more to go. We'll take a look at them, see if we'll print one of them. And then we'll go ahead and wrap the video up. So let's take a look at the Parametric model maker. This looks pretty interesting. All right, so we can create from blank or open a file. And it looks like there's box, the cool little string art stuff. Nut and bolt, that's pretty interesting. S hook, that's another super handy thing. So this does look pretty handy for all of these different things, and I'm looking at this for the first time here, so this does look pretty handy. You know, a lot of these little string or rain things that we've seen, I think this could be good for like a dream catcher or something. It looks like. Let's take a look at this nameplate thing. That looks kind of cool. When publishing the generated model, please remark as remix and attribute the author. Interesting. All right, so this says keep calm, carry on. Let's change that to keep calm, print on. And we'll change that. Please click generate to generate it. Okay, so it looks like whenever you make any changes, you need to hit update. Oh, wow, there's a whole bunch of these little symbols here that we can use. Yeah, this one looks like it's pretty sophisticated here, but again, making nameplates like this is very hard in CAD unless you're an expert or whatever, but this makes it look pretty easy. So you could do all sorts of stuff in there with different emojis and everything like that. Change the direction of it. Yeah, there's lots of cool things in here to do with this one. So let's go back to the lab here and check out one of the other things in here. Let's look at the string art. Again, attribute the author whenever you're doing this. Radius of arc segment. So let's change that dramatically here and hit generate. See what that does. Oh, wow. It just makes it bigger. String jump points. See what that does. Oh, wow. So this one's pretty cool. I could play around with all of this stuff for quite a while. I make some different things in here. And I guess it's just this flower that you can do right now. Let's see what advanced settings gives us. Whole bunch of stuff I don't understand and not going to go over in this video. So this is another one that I would definitely mess with. There looks like a couple of cool things within here. The nut and bolt one. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see what options, hex. Yeah, and then you can change the pitch and all of that. Yeah, that's really cool. And then you can make a nut. Yeah, that's pretty handy to make nuts and bolts, which isn't that hard in CAD, but this makes it pretty handy. I would make sure that you could make a nut and bolt with the threads and everything in CAD and learn that. That is a good skill to have, but once you've learned that skill, this would be a pretty good one to have. Let's check out the pixel maker thing, the pixel puzzle maker. Let's see what that one's about, and then we'll wrap things up. Okay, let's start a new project. And we have 8mm blocks and 4mm blocks. So a real small one and a real big one. Let's take a look at the big one here. Next step. It's not recommended to use pictures with complex light, shadow, and texture. Full body shots or group photos are also not recommended. Yeah, you want stuff that's low pixel or low resolution. Yeah, like this or that. or very distinct minimal changes in color and stuff. Okay, then it looks like you just drag and drop a picture in here to do that. So let me find something for us real quick. All right, I was able to find this little chicken for free, the little pixel art. I didn't want to spend a lot of time on this, but you can find pixel art or whatever in there. So I imported it in there, remove background. Next step, I guess we can move him around, maybe zoom in. Yeah, we can make it bigger too. Let's move the little slider. You can change the orientation, mirror it, or flip it. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, let's see what that does. So cool, it makes a little plate. And then you can change the colors and the number of colors. Wow, look how many colors are in this already. So yeah, these would start to turn into like some 8-color plates and everything like that. And then I guess you just come in and you select which printer you have. Oh wow, you can add color indicators to the little puzzle thing or not. And then it generates a little 3MF file. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That'd be a cool little project for your kids or your grandkids or anything like that. This would be a cool little project for them to do. We're not going to go through it all. So I will say I want to end this video because it's getting a little bit long here, but definitely there's some go-to things in here. The vase, like I mentioned in the beginning, is been the go-to one with that, and I would definitely recommend that because there's several different things that you can do with that. Really, really handy, makes it super easy. I was really impressed with the signs. Just make them a little bit thicker than what is normal on there, but that's another go-to one. This desk organizer thing too, you can really customize your desk and everything. I would definitely make sure you check that one out. The keychain one is cool, but is a little weird. This parametric model maker, it looks pretty cool. The nut and bolt thing looks the coolest there. And then on this pixel puzzle maker, I've been working on like a 16 by 16 and 24 by 24 LED light type of thing, and I'm doing little pixel things in the background there. And the big trick with that is use low resolution things because you only have a certain amount of pixels. You don't have thousands and thousands of pixels. So the lower the resolution things are, the better that these turn out, as you can see with these there. So that's going to wrap it up for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And definitely, if you haven't checked it out, go into Maker Lab and start messing around with these. I'm definitely going to do more with the sign thing, and I'll probably design some intricate thing for my desk or something in there. So get out there and make some stuff, and hope you have a good rest of your weekend, and I hope you have a good week, and see everybody on the next one. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching.